Exciting times to be stacking silver and gold. This is going to be like a coin shop update. What we are seeing at the shop, my friends. Help me out with that thumbs up so you don't miss out on another coin shop update video. This has been an exciting day. Okay, this has just been an exciting day. We're going to get into it. Please like the video. Share the video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Don't forget, once we hit 10,000 subscribers, we're going to have a pretty nice giveaway. Showing of some pieces already. I'm waiting for one more box as of right now to come in. Once that box arrives, I'll re-show it everything once again. One lucky winner is going to be very, very happy. And don't forget, we also do small giveaways every single Saturday. Somewhere during the week, I drop a hint in a video. What to do in that specific video. I'll pick a winner at random this Saturday in a particular video that I may or may not have done already. If you've seen the video already, then you know about it. If you haven't seen the video, maybe I haven't done it yet. I'm keeping people on their toes. That's how we're going to do it around here. Let's get into it right now. Today I reported Silver Eagles are hot. And they're still running hot. They are flying out the door. But we had someone come in. It's tax time. I keep saying that. I just came home. Tax bills in the mail. Here we go once again, right? Not that bad for us. But anyways, I've seen some tax bills already today, this afternoon. Went back in. Person brings in 100 1996 Silver Eagles. All in BU shape. They're sold. Had a guy waiting for them. Call them up. We made a few bucks off of them. We paid out very, very well for them. The customer was waiting for them, trying to find them. We finally got them in. So, that's how you make deals, my friends. You know, we told the guy who brought them in, I'm able to pay up a little bit on these. I know a guy who wants them. I'm going to be able to flip them fast. We make $3 a coin. We're happy. The owner's happy. Everybody's happy. Helped him pay his tax bill. The guy who got him is very happy. He wanted them. But now we're out of 10th ounce gold. Across the board. I got no more 10th ounce gold in the shop right now. We probably will reorder more. I'm hoping it's going to come in on Tuesday. Had a lady come in. Buy 12 10th ounce gold Eagles for Christmas. That's what she's doing for Christmas. 12 of them. She's got 12 family members. What a better way to stack silver and gold and give it to family members, friends in your lives. You don't want to be all gold all the time, right? Women can probably afford it. So that's what she wanted to do. I said, I got 16 left. She said, I'll take 12 of them. She said, what year? I said, they're going to be random years. She said, the year really don't matter to me. They all happen to be all but 3. 2016's, one was a 2021. That's what happened to happen on that. So, she's happy. We're happy. Again, people coming in, people going out. There's a lot of buying today. We're still short on. We have no 2025 American minted coins whatsoever. That's on the Eagles. That is on the Silver Eagles as well. Both gold and silver. We got backdates. Okay, we got backdates. People don't seem to be really panicking about 2025s. But if you're hot content on the 2025s, check out channel sponsor Pimex. They have them in stock, ready to move. Also, we took in today at the coin shop another $1,500 face in silver quarters. These quarters, story behind these quarters. Somebody died in the family a couple years ago. He didn't say who died. I didn't push the issue. He says an older relative died in the family and he wants to sell them. So I said, you have no idea what's in these, what dates. He said, I got no clue. They have not been gone through by me. So guess what? We asked him for his phone number. He says, absolutely. I'll give you my phone number. If something else comes up, let me know. We gave him base pay. I said, look, I said, we're going to be honest with you. We're still going through Morgan dollars right now. I said, it might be a week or two before we can get to these. Not a problem, he said. I'll be around. So look, all you do is sometimes to work with people. Give them the base pay. Be honest out there, coin shops. Be honest out there, pawn shops. You know, folks, if you find a coin shop like us, it's great. You know, great. But I actually recommend, if you're going to sell, make sure you know what you are selling. Because there's a lot of coin shops will just pay base pay, face value, and you might have a key date, you might have a semi-key date. I seen a few Standing Liberty cores in there. I didn't really check them for the dates. I did see one that had no date, so that's not a big deal to us. But as they were running through the counter and dropping back in the bucket, and there was a couple Barber cores I happened to see, and they flipped upside down, so I couldn't see the date as they were flopping in there. We will go through them when we have a chance to go through them. It's been hopping today all day at the shop. We've really not had a chance, or the owner had a little bit of the time this afternoon, go through about another half bag of Morgans, and he said there's nothing in there really. Common date stuff, you know, very good, fine. Now maybe 1 or 2 extra fines, but we're starting to find some of the lower grade ones right now. And this next bag we're going through, we still got a bunch of them to go through. He's staying another half an hour behind after store closes. He said, I'm only going to stay here in half an hour tonight. I'm tired. I want to get out of here, but I want to try to get this done before Sunday. Well, tomorrow's Friday. I don't think we're going to get them done. We're going to go in early tomorrow, once again, to try to knock some more of these out. It is what it is. We're going to try to do our best so we can get these people on their way. They're not pushing us or anything like that. They understand that we're doing our due diligence to try to find the best price for them as well. And the other guy knows about the silver quarter. It might be a week or two before we get to his quarters. We got the new girl coming in tomorrow. She's going to help us go through some of these Morgans. We're going to train her how to, I don't want to say professionally grade, because we're not professional graders for one ourselves. All right? We're going to show her, try to teach a little bit about grading Morgans over regular 90% silver. We found one piece dollar in the lot. It was as a common date, so there was no big deal about that. So we're just going to count it as a Morgan. They are flying out the doors, my friends. The ones we have bought already, paid out for. We're not putting anything out on the sale floor until we actually hand the check over for that lot. So just to let people know, we're not doing that type of business. After the lot's paid for, we're putting the inventory out for sale, and these are moving out the door. We got all the calls are all gone. Can't keep calls for some reason. If you're looking for nice Morgan silver dollars, extra fine condition, check out channel sponsor Pinbacks. They have them 1878s through 1904s. Extra fine condition, my friends. Go to Pinbacks. Go to silver dollars. Check them out. They're going to be gone before we know it. Yeah, they're a little bit more pricey than very good or calls. They're nicer looking coins. Okay? They're nicer looking coins. You never know where you're going to get. This is like a grab bag. 1878s to 1904s. If you can afford to buy 20, get 20. If you can't afford, get what you can afford to get. Maybe this will be the year we start stacking, start trading our relatives with silver, gold, and platinum. And they also have 10,000 platinum Britannias back in stock. Check channel sponsor Pinbacks out for all that. Thank you, Pinbacks, for sponsoring this channel, Coin Shop Chris. Thank you to the viewer out there, because it's not possible without you. What else is going on? We had someone else bring us another $300 face and 40% silver today. 40% silver halves. We didn't need them. We got them for the shop still. We didn't need them. Our owner loves the 40% silver halves. He says, I'll take them all damn day long. He says, they're going to move. They're going to move quick. They're moving. They're not moving as quick. We're not doing it like a deal on them or anything. We're doing it for 50 cents over spot price on them. Whatever the milk, 50 cents over milk price. Excuse me, not spot, but milk price on that. And we buy them 50 cents back of spot. That is what we're doing right now. And people are still buying them up. You know, they're just rounding off. You know, they're getting some for Christmas. That's what I heard today with some people buying the 40%. Give me a few $half for the 40% silver. I want to teach my kids. That's what people are thinking about this year, my friends. This is boots on the ground action. Never mind these cheap Chinese presents from China. They're going to break down. They're going to wear out. This clothing we get, it's not that great anymore. We know that. You know, this electronic stuff, we got to have the new Apple phone. We get to have a new Samsung phone. We get to have a new computer. 6 months later, they're going to be complaining, I want the newest technology. Well, have them go buy it themselves. You know, I'm still using an old Samsung phone to record these videos. Samsung phone's 2 years old. It's working just fine. You know, I'm cheap. You know, I'm going to keep using it until it breaks, you know. Well, maybe not quite then. But, you know, you don't need to replace technology every 6 months when the new technology comes out. Remember, there's always going to be something better and better coming out every 6 to 8 months. And that's what they want us to keep doing. Keep buying and keep buying and keep buying new stuff. Put that money towards silver. Put that money towards gold. I'm not telling you how to spend your money. But think about it. We don't need this new technology all the time. You know, we got an app for this. We got an app for that. I could say something, but I'm not going to say. I'm sure you know what I was going to say. There's an app for this, an app for that. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Because I was going to go off the rant with that one. I went to the grocery store today. You guys and girls know how I spend. I buy when it's on sale. Well, I hadn't been to the grocery store about a week and a half. A good grocery shopping. And we were out of a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables. So, grandmother needed some onions. She wanted red onions. She wanted something. I'm just listing a couple things we bought. 3 apples. 3 Honey Crisp apples. $1.69 a pound. I got 3 apples. $3 and a penny. For 3 apples. So you're talking $1 an apple. You think inflation's going away? This my friends. I spent $89. Yeah, I got 1 ribeye steak. I got 3 pounds of bologna for my grandmother. She likes it sliced thick on number 5. I don't know why. She likes that. We got some cheese. $89. You know, that may sound cheap to some people. But I'm looking at these prices today in the store. I'm like, okay, the onions are not bad price. The garlic's smaller, but still the same price, $4 a pound. The lettuce they wanted was, I didn't get no romaine lettuce. That was $2.99 a head. Celery's gone up in price. Everything just keeps going up and up and up. You think inflation's going away? They're lying to us, my friends. Prepare for the worst and hope for the best. I know we can't stack everything we eat. I know we can't stockpile everything. But if you're going to the grocery store and you're using canned goods, pick up a few extra canned goods when you can. I know it's the holiday season. I know we're stretching our bucks. I get it. But if you're used to picking up 2 or 3 extra cans, pick up 1 extra can. Get enough stockpile. Get it as you can. It's like stacking silver and gold. It does not come overnight. We can't do it all in one shopping trip. When stuff's on sale and it don't go bad for a while, that's when you want to stock up. Just hear this warning. There's other channels have talked about this, like Alaskan Prepper. You guys probably know him. You guys probably seen him. Rudy's good. He tells you. He shows you. He goes to Costco's in Alaska. He's showing you how to stockpile. Do it little by little. He's doing the same thing. You know, he's doing the same thing as I'm telling you all, folks. I've been doing this for years too. It does not, stockpiling food, paper goods, does not come overnight. It's like stacking silver and gold. Just don't come overnight. Talked to a guy the other day, and he says, I can't afford much. So I says, come around, come here. I said, I want to talk to you. So I said, you want a soda or something? He said, yeah, I'll grab a soda. And he says, I got about 15 minutes to chat with you. And I said to him, he was about 35 or 40 or so, a little younger than me. And I says, man, it's okay if you can't get $20 face at a time. It's okay if you can't get $30 face at a time. If you can only get $5 face at a time, it's okay. If you can only get $4 face at a time, it's okay. I said, just think, I said, if you can come in here every time you get paid and get $4 face, what you got today. He said, well, I can probably manage that. I said, okay, how often you get paid? He says, every week. I said, you can come in here every single week and get $4. I said, you do that for 1 year straight. I said, you've done pretty gosh darn well. And he stopped and thought. He stopped and thought about what I said. And he says, you're right. I gotta keep being persistent of keeping my stack growing. I said, don't worry about the cost of it. I said, don't worry about what it costs in dollars. This is what I'm trying to get across to people. We don't want to worry about what it costs in this. We're going to be counting our money in ounces, my friends. Not this crap. This is the Ponzi scheme right here. We've been lied to. Okay, this is losing value every single day. Remember that. So for the newcomers out there, and I'm worried about the new stackers, because the new stackers are just learning. And I please, if you're new, especially if you're new, I don't care if you've been stacking for 20 years. If you got a question, go ahead and ask it. But the new stackers out there, please, if you have questions, ask. Before you drop a boatload of this on it, ask. Remember, this is a long-term hold. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I know there's videos out there saying that. But please heed that warning. That's not what silver and gold's for. And I'm seeing too many people come in asking questions. And I'm like, think about this. You know, it's not like we don't want your business. But don't come and drop $1,500 all one day until you really decide this is what you want to do. I don't call this an investment. I say, you got the $1,500, go half of it. Go a quarter of it. You might catch a little bit of a dip. There's no guarantee in that, though. And people stop and think, and they listen. And they come back, and they come back the next day, or maybe they buy a little bit that day, and they come back the next day and say, I thought about what you said. I'm going to buy a little bit more today, wait till next week to see what happens. That's the best way to go, in my opinion. Not going jumping in with both feet. You never want to jump in with both feet with anything you do. You know, you got to sleep. Sometimes you got to take a night to sleep on it. Think about it. You know, think about it. And go from there. You know, especially if you're brand new to stacking. Learn a little bit first. Learn a little bit. I learn every day. Do I have any regrets of stacking? No. Okay? I'm not going to say I have any really regrets, but yeah, there are some things that maybe I shouldn't have bought. Like these Julius Caesar's rounds back in the day. All right, they're a little gaudy, you know. Whatever, but they're still silver. Did I get them for a good price? Yeah, I'm not really disappointed that I got these. Do I have some silver rounds that I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have got those? Yeah, but at the end of the day, you know what, my friends, it's still silver for one. I can always trade them in if I really don't like them. Number two, I can make an even trade at the shop. Owner will let me do that round for round. But, you know, maybe somebody will like these for trade. Maybe I can bother with these later on. At the end of the day, it don't matter what the design's on it. Remember that somebody else is going to like it, even if you don't like it. Yeah, there may be a crazy design on them. Okay, but somebody else is going to like these. Or maybe you like these. They're okay. Not my favorite silver round. But I did get them for about $500 for the tube back in the day. So I think I did all right. You know, you make a decision. Then I want to talk about trades just real quick. People talk about trades. Should I trade silver for gold? Gold for silver? Look, that's a personal decision you have to make. If your lifestyle is getting a little bit on, let's say, the less expensive side, and you're not spending a lot of money on bills, and you got a lot of gold, let's say, maybe it's not a bad play right now. If your lifestyle is changing, you're spending a little bit more, and I'm not just talking this time of year either. Okay? Everybody's bills go up this time of year. We spend more money for the holidays, right? So let's not take this time of year. If your lifestyle changes where it's a little bit more richier, let's say, maybe. But look at the pros and cons of trading. Most coin shops, you take in silver to sell them. They're going to give you a price. They may not give you these directly if you say you want to put it towards gold. Okay? We hand the customers the cash directly if they're going to put it into gold or silver they want to swap. We actually put the money in their hands. And if they want to trade, we got to buy back for whatever metal they have. We got a sell price. So guess what? Most coin shops are going to make money both ends of the candlestick. Okay, both ends. You're going to lose at both ends on most trades. Now, depending on what we need for the shop, sometimes we can do an even trade. That's happened quite a few times. We can do an even trade. But that's depending on the shop, where you're at. Location is a big part of all this. So if you're going to make a trade, be well aware you might lose some of this. But is it really going to matter at the end of the day? Depending where silver and gold does. I don't think so. But you have to make that decision yourself. I can't answer that for you. People ask me all the time. They come into the shop. Say, should I trade this for this? Well, let me see what I can do for numbers. Well, and we being honest with people. Look, you're going to lose $20 on this deal. You're going to lose $60 on this deal. Or we need XYZ more for the deal to make it work. We might even require more of the fiat currency out there. It just depends. Maybe they can save a little bit. Maybe they save some fiat currency. Go out to eat. You know, have some extra cash on hand. It just depends on the shop. It depends on what's going on in the markets. It depends on if the shop needs it or not. And I hope I made that crystal clear. Normally, I don't like trades. I love trades more when it's more an even deal across the board. Just keep that in mind. Normally, I don't like trades. But there are times trades are good. And I hope people understand that. You can't time the market, my friends. Don't be sitting on the sidelines to purchase your precious metals. A little bit at a time goes a long way. So thank you for watching. Crazy Coin Shop Chris is out. I hope you help me with the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Now I'm the craziest one of all. I'm out of here.